Hello everybody, my name is Daniel aka Sailorboy number one. Today I'm gonna tell you a little bit why I'm doing this trip to begin with. One thing I always loved is warm weather, and I went to Thailand some years ago and I really fell in love with the warm climate. Being in Sweden, longing after hot summers, just to get a week of warm weather, then 17 to 20 cloudy, windy stuff made me disappointed and depressed. So I started my journey hunting the warmer weather. And what is happening to me now is making me almost starting to believe that some kind of higher deity are screwing with me. Everywhere I go there are cold weather. I can see that my next passage will go to a place with 25 degrees. Then I get there to only have a day of that, then back down to 17 degrees, rain and lots of wind. That have been going on since I left Amsterdam. We sat at Perros Guirec and finally departed in March to get warmer weather in going south into Biscay. We came to Brest and there were still cold, rainy and 17-ish weather. But I knew there were better weather 25 nautical miles down the coast. So we sailed as fast as we could to again get 20 for a day, then back down to 17, rain and a lot of wind. We never stayed longer than we had to. We came to Venice and waited out a storm for 1.5 weeks to get my part also to the head, and it was 17-ish, rain and hard blowing wind all the time. But I knew we are so far from home and we can almost see Spain, so surely we could have warmer weather in almost May now. It should be warmer at least. After the storm we quickly went south again and made a 3-day trip along the Biscay coast to finally throw anchor in the first port in Spain, Joribia. We woke up for the first time being extremely hot and it was a shock for us. As you already know, I really had to go to the bathroom, but the toilet went down on me. So we went into a port, fixed everything, and the next day out again at anchor. Guess what? 17 degrees, lots of wind and rain. I saw some weather which would be nice in Bilbo, 25 degrees, so we quickly started sailing there when the wind went down a bit. We had to stop at least 2 places before Bilbo to sleep, and it was cold the whole way there. We finally got there, and same as before, warm for a day or two, then cold weather. And that continued all the way to where we are now, almost in Lisbon. It's now 3rd of July, and we are seeking shelter in Peniche with 17 degrees, blowing 20 knots. It was sunshine on windy, but there are only clouds here. And in Lisbon there are 26 degrees, and behind us where we left there are like 25 degrees. It's like if there is a low pressure following us all the way from Amsterdam here. Sometime I don't know how long I can take this cold blowing weather, and I just want to go home and take an apartment and sit there in the heat at least. But I know that maybe I will stop freezing in a wet cold boat soon. I'm almost at Gibraltar, so how in hell can Sweden have 26 degrees and South Portugal 17? Why do you hate me, God? I ask myself sometimes. I'm sure everything will pan out and my dream of swimming in warmer weather on sunny days will come someday. But I tell you one thing, I will never ever do a trip from Sweden to Gibraltar in a small boat without heat and lots of power. or be able to stay in ports.